Hello, in this tutorial, I'll show you how to use auditing tools in Excel. The first thing I'd like you to do is to launch your Excel application, which of course I have done right here. Now, where can you find the Excel app? You can find it on the Microsoft Store. All right, so in the store, so launch the store and search for Excel and follow through with the on-screen instructions to download the app. After downloading the application, is going to take you right into this fantastic homepage where you can now explore a lot of features to have an exciting time in Excel. So now that we're here, let's quickly hop into today's text, and that is how to use the auditing tools in Excel. Now, with the auditing tools, you can check for consistencies and check for inconsistencies in calculations. It just helps you to trace precedents to see if your calculations are correct and if they are consistent. Now, here is how you can use the auditing tool. So I'm going to focus on this segment of the sheet. So here I have the names, you have January, February, you have March, and I have some calculations done in here. So if I want to see that this calculation is correct or consistent, all I have to do is to click on the total. So in this Y column, I have this calculation and I have this total. All right, so if I want to check this consistent and by using the auditing tool, so check the top corner of the screen. Here you have home, insert, draw, page layout, formulas. Click on formulas and head over to the formula auditing. So now that you have formula auditing, the next thing you need to do is to click on trace precedent. So as you can see, this arrow that says, okay, this is consistent and this is correct. So from 10 to 40 gives us 100. This is where it starts from, the calculation starts from, and this is where it ends. So it is correct. I'm just going to click on remove arrows. So let's say in these, I change this to 20. Okay, you can see that my auto is just let me use another figure. Has to be. Okay, so that's it. So I'm clicking on my total now. I'm heading over to formulas and I'm going to click trace precedence. They say the trace precedence command requires the active cell contain a formula which includes the valid references. And if I use the if I use the formula, then everything is just going to be consistent. So I'm just going to go all the way back. I'm going to delete this and use that formula again to see that that works. So how do I do? I'm just going to hold down this 10 and highlight all of this, head over to home and click on auto sum, and that's the figure. All right, so if I'm to change any other figure in here, it means it's definitely going to reflect in the formula bar, so it changes. But then if it's inconsistent and you head over to formulas and you click on trace precedence, click on your total and you click on trace precedence, you'll see that the arrow is just going to be like mismanaged. It's just going to be disorganized, and then you know that that is not consistent. So I'm just going to click on remove arrows. So I'm still clicking on the total and I'm going to click on trace dependence. You see the trace dependent command found no formulas that refer to the active cell. Okay, so all right, so I'm just going to click on okay. So maybe I should start with this and see if that's it. Okay, so if you have a formula that refers to the active cell and you click on trace dependence, then it should be able to trace the dependent. Let's say, for example, you have, let's say you're adding 20 here and 10 here, and you have a figure somewhere else. Okay, so that's like a particular cell is dependent on a particular cell and it gives you a total result somewhere. So if you use the trace dependence, it will be able to trace the consistency of that dependent. But I'm not doing that because this is not like complex maths. let's say you have complex maths and you have complex auditing to do, the trace precedence and trace dependence are really going to help you to check the consistency of your data. So that's pretty much how you can use the auditing tool in Excel. Now you can go over this tutorial from top to bottom to get acquainted with the steps, and once you're done, you're good to go. I hope this tutorial marvelously helped you search.